my room. This here is my room. Only somebody has a right to be in here is me.
Well, I ain't done nothing. I just come to look at my pup and I seen your light.
Well, I got a right to have a light. You gonna get out of my room. I'm not going in the bunkhouse and you ain't going in my room.
Why ain't you wanted?
Because I'm black. They play cards tonight, I can't play because I'm black. And they all say I stink. Well, all you stink to me.
Well, everybody went into town, Slim and George and everybody, and George says I got to stay here and not get in no trouble, and I seen your light.
Well, what you want?
Nothing. I just seen your light and thought maybe I could come in and set.
Well, I don't know what you're doing in the barn anyway. You ain't no skinner. Ain't no cause for a bucket to be in the barn at all, and you don't have anything to do with the horses and the mules.
The pup, I come to see my pup.
Well, damn it, go see your pup then. Don't go no place where you ain't wanted.
Well, I looked at him a little, but Slim says I ain't to pet him much.
Well, you been taking him out the nest all this time, and I wonder why the old lady had moved someplace else.
Well, she don't mind. She lets me.
Well, you might come in instead of a while, as long as you won't go and leave me alone. I will come in instead of a while. All the boys moved to town, huh?
Well, all but old Candy. Well, he just sits in the bunkhouse and sharpening pencils and sharpening and figuring.
Figuring? What can you figure about?
About the land, about the little place.
You nuts. You crazy as a wage. What land you talking about?
Well, the land we're going to get, and the little house and pigeons.
Just nuts. I don't blame that guy you come around with and trying to keep you out of sight.
Well, it ain't no lie. We're going to do it. We're going to get a little place to live on the fat of the land.
Sit down. Sit down in there, kid.
You think it's a lie, but it ain't no lie. Every word's the truth. You can ask George.
You come around with George, don't you?
Sure, me and him goes everywhere together.
Sometimes he just talks and you don't know what the hell he's talking about. Ain't that so? Ain't that so?
Yeah, sometimes.
He just talks some and you don't know what the hell he's talking about.
How long do you think it'll be before them pups is old enough to pet?
A guy can talk to you, be sure you won't go blabbing. A couple of weeks, them pups will be all right. George knows what he's about. He just talks and you don't understand nothing. Well, this is a stable buck talking and a busted back stable buck, and I don't mean anything, see? You wouldn't remember anyway, but I've seen it over and over again. Guy talking to another guy. Makes no difference if he hears and understands, as long as they talk. George can tell you screwy things, and it don't matter. It's just a talk. Just be with another guy, that's all. Suppose George don't come back. Suppose George takes a bath and don't come back. Then what you do?
What? What?
I say, suppose George went to town tonight. And you hear from George no more. Just suppose that.
What? George wouldn't do nothing like that. George and me been together a long time. George will come back tonight. Don't you think he will?
Nobody knows what a guy do. Let's say he wants to come back, but he can't. Suppose he gets killed or get hurt, can't come back.
Well, I don't know. Say, what are you trying to do anyhow? George ain't got hurt.
You know what happened then? They'll take you to the booby hatch, put a collar around your neck like a dog. You be just like me, living in the kennel.
Who hurt George?
Oh, I'm disposing George all right.
Hey, what are you supposing for? Ain't nobody gonna suppose no hurt to George.
Sit down, he'll be back. He's back all right.
Ain't nobody gonna talk no hurt to
Well,
George.
like you can see. You got George. You know he's coming back. Suppose you ain't got nobody. Suppose you can't go in the bunkhouse and play rugby because you black. How'd you like that? Suppose you can sit out here and read books. Sure, you can throw horseshoes till it get dark. But you gotta come back and read books. And books ain't no good. I gotta need somebody to beat your ear. Don't make no difference who it is, as long as he's with you. A guy gets too lonely, he gets sick.
George wouldn't go away and leave me. Maybe George come back already. I better go see.
Look, I didn't mean to scare you. He'll be back. I was talking about myself.
I know George wouldn't go away and leave me. George wouldn't do that.
I remember when I was a little boy on my old man's chicken ranch, I had two brothers that was always there, always near me. We slept in the same room and same bed, all three. We had a strawberry patch and an alfalfa patch. And on a Sunday morning, we let them chicken up in that alfalfa patch and we sell that fish and just watch. White chickens they were.
But George says we're going to have alfalfa.
You nuts.
Well, we are too going to do it. You can ask George.
You nuts. I've seen hundreds of men come out of roasted ranches. Then on their backs, that same damn thing they eat, hundreds of them. They come, they quit, they go on. And every damn one of them got a piece of land in his head. But never damn one of them gets it. Just like heaven. Everybody wants a piece of land, but nobody gets to heaven and nobody gets no land.
We are too.
It's all in your head. Guys all the time talking about it, but it's just in your head. See, I think somebody's out there. Maybe that's Slim. Hey, is that you, Slim?
Slim went in town. See, you seen Lennie?
You mean the big guy?
Yeah, you seen him around any place?
Yeah, he's in here.
Say, Lennie, I've been doing some figuring about the place.
Oh, you can come in if you want.
Well, I don't know. Of course, if you want me to.
Oh, hell, come in. Everybody's coming in. You might as well. Get to be a damn restaurant.
Well, this is a nice, cozy little place you got in here. It must be nice to have a room to yourself like this.
It sure is. And a pile of manure under the window. All to myself. It's well.
You said about the place?
I've been here a long time, and Crook's been here a long time. And this is the first time I've ever been in this room.
Guys don't come to a colored man's room. The only guy's been in here is Slim.
The place, you said about the place?
Oh, yeah, I've been doing some figuring. We can make some real money on them rabbits if we go about it right.
But I get to tend them. George said I get to tend them. He promised.
You guys just kidding yourselves. Oh, you talk about it a hell of a lot, but you won't get no land. You'll be a swamper here till the day they carry you out in the box. I've seen too many guys.
We're gonna do it. George says we are. We got the money right now.
And where's George right now? In town at the cat house. That's where your money's going. Seen it happen too many times.
George ain't got the money in town. The money's in the bank. Me and Lennie and George, we're gonna have a room to ourselves. And we're gonna have a dog and chickens and green corn and maybe a cow.
You said you got the money.
We got most of it, and just a little bit more to get. Have it all at the end of the month. George has already got the land picked out too.
Now, I've never seen a guy really do it. I've seen guys go crazy loans for a piece of land. And every time a cat house or a blackjack game takes away from them. If you guys want a hand to work for nothing just as keep, well, I can lend a hand and I ain't so crippled where I can't go like a son of a bitch if I wanted to.
You couldn't go to bed like I told you, could you, Lennie? Hell no. You had to get out into society and flap your mouth. Holding a convention out here.
You was gone. There wasn't nobody in the bunkhouse. I ain't done no bad things, George.
Only time I ever get any peace is when you're asleep. If you ever start walking in your sleep, I'll chop your head off like a chicken.
We were just sitting here talking. Ain't no harm in that.
Yeah, I heard you. Got to be here every minute, I guess. Got to watch you. It ain't nothing against you crooks. We just wasn't gonna tell nobody.
Didn't you have no fun in town?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I sat in them soft chairs. Susie, she started cracking them jokes. Them guys, they started raising a puny little hell. Christ almighty, I ain't never been like this before. I just had to set out a dime and a nickel for a shot. And I think, what a hell of a lot of bulk carrot seed we can get for 15 cents.
Not them damn little envelopes, but bulk seed, you sure can.
So pretty soon I come back. I can't think of nothing else. Them guys slinging money around got me all jumpy.
I gotta have some fun. I was to a parlor house in Bakersfield once. God almighty, what a place. Went upstairs on red carpets. There was big pictures on the wall. We sat in big, soft chairs. There was cigarettes on the table, and they was free. Pretty soon the Jacks come in with drinks on a tray, and them drinks was free. Take all you want. Pretty soon the girls come in. They was just as nice and quiet and polite and pretty. It didn't seem like hookers at all. Made you almost afraid to ask them. It was a long time ago.
So what them soft chairs set you back?
$15.
She got a cigarette, whiskey, and a look at a pretty dress for $12.50 extra. Why, you shot a week's pay to walk on that red carpet.
A week's pay? Yeah, but I worked weeks all my life, and I don't remember none of them weeks. This was almost 20 years ago, and I remember that. The girl I went with was named Aileene, had on a pink silk dress.
I suppose you're looking for Curley? Well, Curley ain't here.
No, Curley ain't here. I've come out here to ask Cook something. I didn't know you guys was here.
Didn't George tell you? We don't want nothing to do with you. You know damn well Curley ain't here.
I know where Curley went. Got his arm in a sling and he went anyhow. I tell you, I come out here to ask for something.
Maybe you ought to go back to your own house. Maybe you ought not be in a colored man room. I don't want no trouble in it. You don't want to ask me nothing.
You got your own husband. You got no call to come fooling around other guys causing trouble.
I tried to be nice and polite to you lousy bindle folks, but you're too good. I tell you, I could have went with the shows, and the guy wanted to put me in the pictures right in Hollywood. I come out here.
I had enough. You ain't wanted here. We told you so. Calling us bindle stiffs. You got some pretty floozy ideas about what us guys amounts to. You ain't smart enough to see that we ain't bindle stiffs. Suppose you could get us a can. Suppose you could. You think we just go on down the highway to another two-bit job? We got our own ranch to go to, and our own ranch house and fruit trees. And we've got friends, that's what we got. There may be a time when we didn't have nothing, but that ain't so.
You damn old goat. If you had two bits, you'd be in Soledad, getting a drink and sucking the bottom of the glass.
Why don't we let her ask Crooks what she come to ask, and then get the hell home? I don't think she come to ask Crooks nothing.
What happened to Curly's hand? So it wasn't no machine. Curly didn't act like he was telling the truth. Come on, Brooks, what happened?
I didn't see it. I wasn't there.
What happened? I won't let down to Curly. Says he got his hand in the gear. Who done it?
Didn't nobody do it?
So you done it. Well, he had it coming.
I didn't have no fuss with Curly.
Oh, well, maybe you ain't scared of him no more. Maybe you'll talk to me sometimes now. Everybody was scared of him.
Listen, you. I didn't take a sock at Curly. You asked him. Look, if he had any trouble, it ain't none of our affair. Now you listen. We tried to tell you to get the hell out. It didn't do no good. So I'm gonna tell you another way. Us guys, we got something we're gonna do. And if you stick around, you're gonna gum up the works. It ain't your fault. If a guy walks in a rail pebble, falls down, breaks his neck, it ain't the pebble's fault. But the guy wouldn't have done it if that pebble wasn't there.
What you talking about, Pebbles? If you didn't stop Curly, who did? Where'd you get the bruises on your face?
I tell you, he got his hand caught in the machine.
He got his hand caught in the machine.
Now get out of here!
So it was you? Well, maybe you're dumb like they say, and maybe you're the only guy on this ranch with guts. You're a nice fella.
Listen, you! I try to give you a break. You ain't gonna walk into nothing. You ain't gonna mess up what we're gonna do. You leave this guy alone and get out of
You
here!
ain't telling me what to do. I got the right to talk to anybody I want.
Why you?
Why you gotta get killed? I didn't mount you hard. You ain't so little as mice. George's gonna be mad if he finds out you got killed. Then he won't let me tend the rabbits. I will never tell George. George will know. He'll say, you done it. Don't try to put nothing over. And he'll say, just for that, you don't get the techno, you know what? Damn you. Now he won't let me. Now he won't let me. They told me you was too little. George didn't care nothing about this pup. This damn little son of a bitch wasn't nothing to George.
Hey, Lennie, you out here? Aha! Thought I'd find you out here. Hey, I'm talking to Slim. And it's okay. We ain't gonna get canned. Slim been talking to the boss. He told the boss you guys is good buckers. Boss gotta move that grain. Remember the hell the boss gave us last night? Well, he told Slim he's got his eye on you and George, but you ain't gonna get canned. Oh, and say, he give Curley's wife hell too. Told her never to go near the guys no more. Give her worse hell than you and George. Ain't you glad?
Sure.
You ain't sick?
Uh-uh.
Well, I gotta go tell George. See you later.
What you doing here?
Just sitting.
You see what I done?
Yeah, you bring a valise.
You won't tell, will you?
Well, I ain't gonna say nothing to you. George told me I ain't supposed to say nothing.
George give you all your orders?
I ain't gonna say nothing to you.
You won't tell about that suitcase. I ain't gonna stay here no more. Tonight I'm gonna get out. Come here and get my stuff and get out. I ain't gonna be run over. I'm gonna go in pictures. What you got there?
Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing to you.
Listen, them guys got a horseshoe tournament out there. It's only 4 o'clock. Them guys ain't gonna leave that tournament. They got money there. You don't need to be scared to talk to me.
Well, I ain't supposed to.
What you got under your arm?
Oh, it's just my pup. Just my little old pup.
He's dead.
He was so little. I was playing with him, and he made like he's gonna bite me, and I made like I'm gonna smack him, and I done it, and he was dead.
Well, don't you worry none. He's just a mutt. The whole country's full of
Well,
mutts.
it ain't that so much. It's George's gonna be mad, and then he won't let me. What he said I could attend.
Don't you worry. Them guys got money bet on that horseshoe tournament. They ain't gonna leave it. And tomorrow I'll be gone. I ain't gonna let them run over me no more.
We're gonna have a little house and alfalfa.
I ain't meant to live like this. I come from Salinas. When the show came through and I talked to a guy that was in it, he says I could go with the show. My old lady wouldn't let me then because I was only 15. But I wouldn't be no place like this if I went with that show, you bet.
We're gonna have a little house in the raspberry bushes. And
Another time, I met a guy, and he was in pictures. Went out to the Riverside Dance Palace with him. Says he was gonna put me in pictures. Says I was a natural. As soon as he got back to Hollywood, he was gonna write me about it. I never got that letter. I think my old lady stole it. But I wasn't gonna stay no place where they stole your letters. So I married Curley. And him out of the Riverside Dance Palace too.
well, I hope George ain't gonna be mad about this here pup.
I ain't told this to nobody before. Maybe I ought to. I don't like Curley. He ain't a nice fella. I might have stayed with him, but last night him and his old man both lit into me. I don't have to stay here. Don't tell nobody till I'll be clear away. I'll go in the night and then ride to Hollywood.
We We gotta get out of here soon. This ain't no nice place.
Go in the pictures and have all them nice clothes like they wear. All them nice clothes. Oh, they'll sit in the big hotels and they'll take pretty pictures of me. And when they have them openings, I'll go talk on the radio. And it won't cost me nothing, because I'm in the picture. I'm gonna have all them nice clothes like they wear. Just because this guy says I'm a natural.
We gotta get out of here soon. We're gonna go far, far away from here.
Of course, when I run away from Curley, my old lady will never speak to me no more. She'll think I ain't decent, that's what she'll say. Well, we really ain't decent, no matter how much my old lady tries to hide it. My old maid was drunk. They put him away. They're never told.
Well, maybe if I take this here pump and throw it away, George would never know.
My old man was a sign painter when he worked. He used to get drunk and paint crazy pictures and waste paint. One night when I was a little kid, him and my old lady was having this awful fight. They was always fighting. In the middle of the night, he come into my room and he says, "I can't stay in this no more. That's me and you go away." I guess he was drunk. I remember in the night walking down the road and the trees was black. I was pretty sleepy. He picked me up on his back and he carried me and he says, "We're gonna live together. We're gonna live together now because you're my little girl and not no stranger. No arguing and fighting," he says, "because you're my daughter. Why," he says, "you'll make little cakes for me and I'll paint pretty pictures all over the walls." In the morning they caught us and they put him away. I wish we would have went.
Oh, George and me saw some long-haired rabbits at the Sacramento Fair. Well, one time I fell in the river and George pulled me out and saved me, and then we went to the fair. And they got all kinds of stuff there. We even seen long-haired rabbits.
What makes you so nuts about rabbits?
Well,
Somebody made a ringer.
we're gonna have a little place in alfalfa, and I'm gonna take a sack and fill it with alfalfa, and then take it to the rabbits.
What makes you so nuts about it?
I like to pet nice things with my fingers. Well, once at the fair, we even seen long-haired rabbits, and they was nice, you bet. Well, I even pet mice when I couldn't get nothing
I
better.
think you're nuts.
No, I ain't. George says I ain't. I just like to pet nice things, soft things.
Who don't? Everybody likes that. I like to feel silk and velvet. You like to feel velvet.
Oh, you bet, by God, and I had me some too. And a lady give it to me. That lady was my Aunt Clara, and she give it right to me, about a piece this big. Well, I wish I had that velvet now, but well, I ain't seen it for a long time. I must have lost it.
Oh, I think you're nuts. Oh, but you're kind of a nice fella. Just like a big baby. A person can kind of see what you mean. When I'm doing my hair sometimes, I just like to sit there and stroke it because it's so soft. Some people got kind of coarse hair. You take Curly, his hair's just like wire. But mine is soft and fine. Here. Feel here. Feel here and see how soft it is. But don't you mess it up.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's
Now
nice.
you'll mess it up. Stop it, now you'll mess it up. Stop! Stop!
Don't you go yelling. You ain't supposed to make no noise. George said you're gonna get me in trouble. You ain't supposed to yell. Don't you get me in trouble. Don't you go yelling. I didn't want to hurt you, but you ain't supposed to yell. Oh, I've done a bad thing. Oh, I've done another bad thing. I shouldn't have done that. Oh,
He said, hide in the brush. That's what he said. Down in the brush by the river. Oh, I've done a bad thing. I'll bury him. Oh, it's bad enough like it is. Oh.
I've been doing some more picking, Lennie. I didn't know you was here. You was told not to be here. Hadn't ought to be asleep out here like. Jesus Christ. George! George! Come here, George!
Yeah, what do you want?
Look!
What's the matter with her? Oh, Jesus Christ.
What done it?
Ain't you any idea? I should have knew. Back in my head, I always did.
What are we gonna do now, George? What are we gonna do now?
I guess we gotta tell the guys. I guess we gotta bring him in and lock him up. We can't let him get away. The poor bastard would starve. Maybe the lock him up would be nice to him.
You know better than that, George. You know Curley's gonna want to get him lynched. You know how Curley is.
Yeah, you're right. I know Curley and the other guys too.
You and me can still go get that little place, can't we, George? You and me can go there and live nice, can't we? Can't we?
It was always something me and him had. I should have knew. I should have knew from the first that we would never do her. He'd just like to hear about it so much. I got to fooling myself to thinking that we could. I'll work my month, and then I'll take my $50, and I'll go to some lousy cat house or pool hall, and I'll stay there until everybody goes home, and then I'll come back, and I'll work another month, and I'll have another $50.
Such a nice fellow. I never thought he would have done nothing like this.
Look, Andy, we gotta tell the guys. We gotta bring him in. There ain't no way out. Maybe they won't hurt him. I won't let him hurt Lennie. Look, the guys might think I was in on it. I'm gonna run out to the bunkhouse, and then in a couple of minutes you run out of here like you've seen her for the first time. Will you do that, Candy?
Sure.
So the guys won't think I was in on it?
Sure, sure.
All right, give me a couple of minutes, and yell your head off.
Okay, I'll do
All right,
that.
I'm going now.
Damn train. Just had to do it, didn't you? Everybody knows you've messed things up. You just wasn't no good. I could have hoed in the garden and washed dishes for them guys. And if there was a carnival or a circus, we'd went to it. Just said the hell with work, we'd went to it. And there would have been a pig and chickens. And in the winter, a little round stove, and us just sitting there. Just sitting there. Hey, you guys, come here! Come here!
Come on, Candy. We're down 6 minutes. You know what we good.
Was that big son of a bitch? I know he done it. While everybody else was out playing horseshoes. I'm gonna get him. I'm
I'm gonna get my gun, I'm gonna shoot the guts out of that big bastard. Come on, guys.
I'll get my Luger.
Guess Lennie done it all right. Her neck's busted. Lennie could have did that. Maybe like that time in weed he was telling me about. Well, I guess we gotta get it. What do you think about it, Lennie?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we gotta get it.
Look, Slim, he's nuts. He didn't know what he was doing. We don't have to shoot him.
We can only keep Curley in, but Curley wants to shoot him. Suppose they lock him up, strap him down, put him in a cage. That ain't no good.
I know.
I think there's only one way to get him out of it.
I know. Bastard stole my Luger. It's not in the box.
Chris got a shotgun, Carlson, you take that.
The only cover around here is down by the river. Can I have gone there?
Don't give him no chance. Aim for his guts, that'll double him over.
I ain't got a gun.
Well, go in the house, tell my old man, get a gun from him. You're coming with us, fella.
Yeah, I'll come, Curly, but listen, he's nuts. He didn't know what he was doing. You don't have to shoot him.
Don't shoot him. He's got Carlson's Luger, ain't he?
Maybe Carlson lost his gun. I seen it this morning. It's been took.
Curley, maybe you better stay here with your wife.
No. I'm gonna get that big bastard myself. Come on, guys.
You stay here then, Candy. The rest of us better get going.
The poor bastard.
George couldn't be mad, I bet. I'll bury him. Well, I didn't forget you, bet. I come right here. Hide in the brush and wait for George. He gonna give me hell. He gonna wish he was alone. Well, I can go off up in them hills there and live by myself. Of course, I would never have to catch him. I'll go away. I'll go away. I'll bury him. There. Now, I will never tell George. George will know. George always knows.
Lennie! Get in the brush quick!
I ain't done nothing,
Get in
George.
the brush, damn you!
Down by the river. He'd like to go on that way.
There's George. You better not get too far ahead. You ain't got a gun.
You must have come this way. Them tracks in the sand pointed this way.
Now look, we ain't gonna find him sticking in a bunch this way. We got to spread out.
The brush's pretty thick over there. He might be hiding in that brush.
Look, up there's the country road and open fields. Over there's the highway. Let's spread out and cover the brush.
George is right. We've got to spread.
Better drag up to the roads, then drag back.
Remember what I said, aim for his guts.
Okay, move that. George and I will get the country road. You guys get to the highway and drag back.
If we get separated, we'll meet here. Remember this place.
All I care about is getting the bastard.
Where is he? You want I should?
No.
You want I should go away?
Lennie!
doing, George?
Hunted.
Well, I like hunting. Why can't we go in them? Is it because I've done a bad thing, George?
It don't make no difference.
Is that why we can't go in them, guys?
It don't make no difference. Sit down. Right there.
George,
Yeah.
ain't you gonna give me hell?
Give you hell?
Oh, sure. Like you always done before. Like, if I didn't have you, I could take
Jesus
my
Christ, Lennie! You can't remember nothing that happens. But you remember every word I say.
Well, ain't you gonna say it?
If I was alone, I could get a job, work, and no trouble, no mess.
Go on, George. When the end of the month come,
When the end of the month come, I can take my $50 and go to a cat house.
go on, George. Ain't you gonna give me no more hell?
No,
'Cause, George, I could go away and live in them hills.
no. I want you to stay here with me.
Tell me like you done before
Tell you what,
about the rabbits.
guys like us that work on ranches are the loneliest guys in the world. They ain't got no family. They come to a ranch and they work up a stake. And then they blow it in. They ain't got nobody that gives a hoot in the hell about it.
But not us.
But not us. Because I got you.
And I got you. And we got each other, and that's what gives a hoot in the hell about us. Come on, George.
Take off your hat, Lennie. The air feels fine. Look across the river there, and I'll tell you, like you can almost see. We're gonna get a little place.
Go on, George. We're gonna get a little place.
We'll have cows and chickens. And down the flat, there'll be a place for alfalfa.
For the rabbits, George.
For the rabbits.
And I get to tend the rabbits.
And you get to tend the rabbits.
And live on the fat of the land.
Look over there, Lennie. Can't you almost see it?
Where?
It's over there. Can't you almost see it?
Where, George?
That's right. It's there. Just keep looking. Just keep looking.
Well, I'm looking, George. I'm looking.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, it's gonna be nice there. Ain't gonna be no trouble. Ain't gonna be no fights. Nobody ever gonna hurt nobody or steal from them. It's gonna be real nice.
I can see it, George. I can see it. Right over there. I can see it.
the message via the Box Society.